Hello, people of the internet. Welcome to another fabulous episode of Insert Podcast here, the world's most official, inconvenient, and
inconsistent podcast ever.
I meant inconsistent. Good recovery. And this week, ladies and gents, we got a guest speaker replacing our usual dimwit, 1 hour Alex. Introduce yourself, Mr. Mike.
You just introduced him.
Hey.
This is Mike, everybody.
We don't really have a nickname for him yet.
No nicknames are necessary. Mike's a swell guy. We're going to talk some games. It'll be good fun.
Cool.
Just plain old Mike.
Just plain old Mike will do. And I'll just be Darren. And who's this other guy?
You can call me Jeff.
Nah, I'm casual, Brock. Apparently.
Apparently casual.
Apparently casual, yes.
Anyway, folks, pretty important day today. A big day for gaming, if you ask me.
Big day for Metal Gear Solid fans.
Especially Metal Gear Solid fans. And maybe those who are not so familiar with Metal Gear Solid. Hey, Mikey.
Yeah.
So, obviously, as of this recording, the Metal Gear Solid 5 press conference.
March 27th.
Yep, press conference just happened today.
Seeing through the eyes of a fox. Or wait, what was it? Photorealism through the eyes of a fox.
Yeah, that's
Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. That was the official name of the conference at, what was it, GDC?
Yeah, it's GDC.
Yeah, GDC.
And holy shit, does Kojima really know how to hype up his games?
Dude, he trolled us for months.
So, for those not in the know and not aware, or who missed the press conference, basically Kojima revealed that the Phantom Pain, which he announced at Game
which totally
Awards,
wasn't Metal Gear Solid at the time.
And the already known Ground Zeroes are in fact both one and the same, and they're Metal Gear Solid 5 together. How this all is gonna flow together? Who knows? Kojima might. Maybe he doesn't.
I don't think he does. I think he's winging it at this point. He's like, I don't want to make any more games. Okay, fine, I'll make 5.
Just make Metal Gear Solid games so horrendous that people finally ask him to stop.
But people will be like, damn, that's artsy you did with that whale.
Yeah, how was the whale thing?
I'm pretty sure he's in a coma. Well, he's in a coma at that point, I'm pretty sure. That's my theory on it.
What?
Well, in the trailer, it says they announced that he's in a coma for 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming that's part of his comatose state and not actually happening.
Yeah.
Because he sees some really weird shit in that trailer.
Well, we have in games like 3, you do see some pretty fucked up shit.
But on the scale of giant whale that's on fire flying through the sky, flaming unicorns, and just...
Hey, it was a Pegasus. They're distinctly different, Brock.
It had a horn.
I'm sorry.
Going mythology.
I'm so sorry.
How do?
And then we got, what do you call it?
What are you talking about?
Psychomantis. Not Psychomantis, though.
Well, probably.
But it's not. It's
in the timeline it's setting up. I think it's obviously before Metal Gear Solid 1, so I think it could be the start of the Fox Sound unit.
Oh,
and those members.
It definitely is. And then
because
there's also
something I picked out of the trailer that I haven't seen too many people talk about yet as of today.
I haven't heard anyone talk about it yet.
And Brock actually didn't see this either. I didn't see it until the second time I watched the trailer, but I noticed that Revolver Ocelot is indeed the man. I know this for a fact. If I'm wrong, I will apologize.
It definitely is.
It's Revolver Ocelot who's on the horse with Big Boss. Or probably Big Boss.
As well as that scene where they're in the operating room.
Yeah.
And it's him and Miller. It's Big Boss and Miller. And then they're like, what about that other guy over there?
Yeah,
and everyone looks and glances towards the camera.
Yeah, Mike, did you notice when the trailer was happening at the very beginning, when that one guy who's beside Snake is like, what about that other guy over there? Did you pick up on that?
Yeah.
And how the entire room shifts?
The camera kind of tilts up as a person would lifting off of an operating bed or a hospital bed.
Oh yeah, well I totally got the first person aspect of it the entire time.
Yeah, but
just kind of
the possibility of who that could be.
Yeah, is it another?
Yeah.
Do you think it's another playable character, another important game-changing character? Maybe it's Solid Snake.
Maybe it's Kiefer Sutherland.
Hey, I was pretty amazed how Kiefer Sutherland's in the game.
I'm speechless. I don't understand. They're just okay, who do we need for the next Metal Gear Solid game?
Who's a badass who has a really gruffy voice, like Snake?
Not David Hayter. We're getting rid of him.
We'll talk about that in a second, but we need Kiefer Sutherland in this shit. Let's get Jack Bauer on screen.
Yeah, this is the Jack Bauer movie. This is the 24 movie. This is how it ends.
It coexists with Metal Gear Solid. I always knew it.
It's
pretty obvious. Hey, Mike?
Yeah. I suppose.
Anyway, what you're saying earlier about David Hayter not being in this game, that is weird.
I think I'm gonna just go out there and say it. I think Kojima's trolling us again.
Probably.
I think he is. At this point,
it doesn't seem right.
It doesn't seem right.
Especially after how many games now?
This is the 10th. This is the 10th Metal Gear Solid game.
Holy shit.
The 10th entry in the series, and it's only number 5.
This is like some Kingdom Heart ass shit going on here. There's only like 2 official
Yeah,
games
pretty much with the story. Yeah.
No. Don't compare the story of Metal Gear Solid to Kingdom Hearts.
It's gotten pretty outrageous at this point.
Kingdom Hearts is like the most convoluted thing you'll ever play in your life.
See Metal Gear Solid 2, please.
What game has time travel when it really shouldn't?
Final Fantasy.
Yes, and Kingdom Hearts is now in those ranks.
Damn it.
Unfortunately. So, what did you guys think of how the game looked in terms of the visuals and like the action we're seeing on screen?
Looked gorgeous.
Oh, it looks pretty good. I just really hope the gameplay can really match it, because sometimes they get a little too caught up in the graphics, and I don't know how pretty this will sit. Like, I'm assuming this is a PS4 game.
It's the next gen engine running on PC.
It was on PC. Everything we saw. That's
PC.
all in engine.
Everything's on PC. Okay.
It did say at the end of the trailer though,
that
it said Xbox 360 and PS3, but I think that's like a lie because it couldn't run on current hardware. It can't. It just can't.
Unless Kojima's some sort of evil wizard.
He is God.
Or load times out the ass.
No, it doesn't have enough video memory at all. There's no way that could possibly render on a PS3 or Xbox.
The PS3.
It wouldn't matter. There's not enough video memory.
It comes with an expansion for the Xbox 360 and the PS3.
Like we're pulling some like N64 shit with
an
expansion
N64.
pack.
We had like the RAM expansion pack. There'll be something like that that comes with the game.
But it'll just be like an 8 gig stick of RAM instead of like a.
Or it could just be like it's really toned down on the consoles. It's usually the case with PC games.
Like even BioShock Infinite is toned down on consoles in terms of graphics. And the textures are way better on PC.
Yeah, they're super high res on PC, and it's just everything's better. If you don't play on PC,
basically, fuck consoles. Just no.
Exactly.
This is our generation now, boys.
It's one continuous generation on PC. Welcome to the world of PC gaming.
Welcome to the ever-evolving world of PC gaming.
Exactly. It's ever-evolving.
Slowly evolving
Slowly evolving because of consoles.
Those casual bastards.
Those new consoles will help us out a lot.
I'm really hoping after this generation of console, it just kind of fucking dies. Just
consoles in general.
Consoles won't die. They're
not too mainstream now.
They're not even about games anymore. They're just media hubs.
Yeah.
For everything.
Yeah, but that's what like PCs are though, and they do it better.
But people don't realize that. And it's easier and more convenient on consoles.
It's more convenient just to go to your store and buy like a $200 console or $200 is a really generous
think of it
price.
Somebody's grandpa or like an older person. They're not going to know how to do it on a PC.
Yeah.
It's easier when it's like all there for you.
Yeah, that's the sad fact.
I know my grandparents could not handle a PC.
My grandparents are like fucking 80 and couldn't do shit.
Yeah.
And also like really old school Austrian, so it's just like don't touch that.
They'll blow up the computer.
Yeah.
Just give them a DOS computer from like, just give them like Windows 3.1. They'll be good to go.
It'll be excellent. Back on track here, gents.
What's wrong with talking about Windows 3.1 here?
There's nothing wrong with that. I want to talk about how you think the open world gameplay, because Kojima's quoted as this being an open world game.
Yeah, they talked about Ground Zeroes when they first revealed the trailer that it was going to be an open world game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little skeptical of that. Or if they do it,
I think it's going to be like, what do you call it? It's going to be a lot like Peace Walker, I'm assuming.
But obviously a lot more open-ended.
Yeah.
With like...
But you know how like you can go to different missions in Peace Walker?
Mm-hmm.
There'll be something on that kind of deal. But instead of dealing with it through a menu, you'll just be like, yo, I'm going to call up my helicopter and I'm going to go fly somewhere.
Listen to some sick songs.
Yeah, that theme song in the trailer, it's another hit. It's another one of like Kojima's like pulled out of like, I don't know where the hell he gets these songs, but he just pulls them out of nowhere. And
even Peace Walker had one, Heaven's Divide, that literally no one's ever heard before in the game.
And he just throws it into the game. You're like, this song's sweet.
When the song plays in the game, it's like just during this epic battle.
I don't even know if the song would be that good by itself. Like when you play it with the trailer, it gets like all these different connotations to it, and I think that's what really enhances it.
You feel it. It gives it the vibes. It's just like
so then when you listen to it later without it, you're like thinking about the trailer, so it's better.
Exactly. Now it gives it like a music video just for the music, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I can never think of Snake Eater the same way anymore. Snake Eater is climbing up that ladder in Metal Gear Solid 3 to go like just And Way to Fall, the credits. After you beat that and watch a like 30-minute cutscene at the very end of Metal Gear Solid 3, you're like,
the first time I heard Snake Eater was at Video Games Live, actually.
oh, that would have been sweet.
That would have been really magical.
I've never been to Video Games Live.
We've been to go.
We've been
to Star Wars out in concert?
We saw the Star Wars Orchestra live.
That was pretty cool.
That was very cool.
Yeah, it was, and then we C-3PO?
C-3PO hosted it.
Yeah, which was interesting.
Oh yeah, when we do it Video Games Live though, they had like contests and stuff like mid concert, so you'd like be playing like Frogger or whatever, and the orchestra would be playing like the background music to it while they were playing.
Oh, nice.
And it was really cool.
That'd be pretty awesome to see. Because I've been meaning to go for that for so long.
Does Tommy, what is his name? Tommy Teller.
I know who you're talking about, because I've read several interviews with them that he was in with Nintendo Power. Yeah. I can't remember his name for the life of me.
Tommy.
I don't even. I know his face.
Yeah,
but I don't know his name.
His name's Tommy. His first name is Tommy. I don't know what his last name is, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he's still hosting it. Video Games Live. He's been hosting it forever. If he has.
It's like his idea, wasn't it?
It was his idea after he was on Reviews on the Run.
Is it Tommy, or is it like? Because I actually have a signed poster with everybody.
I'm almost positive it's Tommy.
I think it starts with a V, actually. Or it's a funky-looking T.
Oh, no, Vic. Is it Vic?
I don't know.
Vic? I don't know. Who cares? It's...
Vanny.
You'll know who he is. If you see his face, you'll be like, oh, it's that guy.
It's this guy.
If you ever watch, like, Reviews on the Run, you also know his name. But...
So, I think after walking away from that trailer, we all have different expectations and opinions of what's going to happen with the game.
I don't know. I was sitting on the bus and I was watching that trailer and I was texting you at the same time, Dan. Yeah. And I was like, oh my god. I'm like, you're like, aren't they 2 games? I'm like, nah, they're 1 game. Trailer, below. And I sent you a link and I was like,
I watched that trailer, but I wasn't sure whether or not he's going to do 2 separate games or not.
Yeah, I went silent for like 11 minutes and I was just like, gone.
But what do you?
Well, I kind of want to play like the older games to get a better sense of the story.
For sure,
that's a really good idea.
Yeah, I say you need to, and for sure you all need to play Peace Walker before it comes out.
Yeah,
because it's a direct sequel to Peace Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just I get a little frustrated with the mechanics sometimes. Like Snake Eater.
Gotta bench myself up. Give me a sec, guys.
Gotta dig a bullet out of my leg.
It's like Far Cry, except not nearly as convenient.
Spitting out all your teeth.
Those are, I think you spit out bullets. You, like, take a bite of where your wound is with the bullet.
No, there's definitely ones where you're just spitting out teeth.
I liked in Far Cry 2 when you drowned yourself a bit, and then you healed yourself. You were just like ripping bullets out of yourself. Like you hadn't even been shot previously.
Just rip on a random twig.
You're like, bullets.
Twig in my lung.
Yeah, those Snake Eater and some of the older Metal Gear Solid games have pretty frustrating mechanics, but
there's a frustrating thing in like every game, really.
Except for.
Yeah,
is it worth like going through and collecting all the items and shit, or is it just to rush through and do the story?
That's just completionist people who have that urge and need to do stuff.
See, I'm kind of falling to that niche.
No, don't be like that. Don't want to collect all the dog tags in 2. That will like kill you.
You won't be able to make it through 2 if you go in with that attitude.
Well, you can make it through 2.
No, not many people will be able to.
2 is good. I've said this once. I'll say it again. They're all good games.
Some are just fall short of others.
Some
fall shorter than others.
Like Metal Gear Solid 1
and 2.
3 and 4 stand head and shoulders above them.
But is it complete?
Mechanics are not necessarily.
They're just old and they're just dated a little bit.
Yeah, 4 is like the only. It's because it's a more modern game.
Yeah,
that's
it came out in 2008,
and it revolutionized the gameplay. And that's what we see in games like Peace Walker.
Except they
changed
the X and circle button.
Yeah,
those bastards. 3 games. 3 games teaching you that circle is okay and X is cancel. And then it's just like, oh, you want to Americanize this shit again? Okay, back to normal.
Yeah, it's a Japanese thing, right?
Yeah, it's a very Japanese thing. And like they did it for 3 games, even in the States. And then in 4, they're just like, oh, we're going to make this more mainstream and make it like, you know.
Hey, it attracted somebody like me to the series.
Well, you should have been...
Not everyone's always aware of it. Mike just recently started
I was aware of the Metal Gear Solid series for years.
I'm telling you, back in those days of like 2007, I was somewhat of a casual.
What are we talking about now?
Just being casual.
Just how I got into the series through 4. It's like my entryway. Because I played I don't know if you know this, Mike, but I played through the entire Metal Gear Solid series backwards.
Like an idiot.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Don't ever do that. If you're gonna do it, don't. It's a very bad idea.
It's a difficult transition.
My logic was like the game mechanics can only get better, hopefully.
Oh, they
so
do.
why would? It's like there's Disgaea and stuff. I played I'm still on Disgaea like the first one because I don't want to get like the third one and go to the fourth.
The thing with those games though, they don't change too radically. They just kind of refine a little bit. Whereas Metal Gear Solid, the difference between 1 and 2 is pretty big.
It
or
is.
2 and 3, and 3 and 4.
Yeah, but you kind of need to take them all in because it's all a really big picture.
Yeah.
That if you haven't played the previous games, you're not going to understand much of the stories. Especially with like 4. If you don't have if you don't have knowledge of like at least 1 and 2,
you're gonna go in with quite the fuzzy.
3, you could probably like not know.
So I don't know if that's the best idea.
3 could be a good entryway. Yeah.
3's a good entryway, but I would recommend going back to 1 and finishing it as soon as possible. Because you want to get those done before you play the newer ones.
And 1 is the shortest.
It is. It's very short.
You could probably beat it in a sitting if you're dedicated enough.
You can beat 2 in a setting.
Probably beat most of them except for 3. 3's the longest.
3's long. You can beat him in 4 days.
Is 3 Snake Eater or is that different?
Yeah, no,
that's Snake Eater.
Well,
yeah.
it's also yeah.
It's Snake Eater.
It's Snake Eater. It's Subsistence. Whatever the hell you want to call it. Subsistence is the better version.
Well, it's probably the. You have the HD collection, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then it's Subsistence.
That's a good. I want to get the HD collection to play
too.
through Peace Walker again.
Yeah. I don't want to play Peace Walker on my Vita. I just don't.
I could appreciate it on the Vita because I originally beat it on the PSP with 1 analog.
Yeah. No, it's a lot better with the second analog stick, but I'd rather play it on a TV.
Yeah.
It's just one of those kind of games.
Yeah.
Like it's meant to be played on a smaller screen. The graphics are a bit kind of
pixelated.
A little bit, yeah.
But they did.
Up it up a little bit.
They did a pretty good job.
Oh yeah, no, they did a pretty good job on doing the whole HD collection. They should have done 1 as well, but I don't understand why they didn't.
A lot of work.
Okay, so just to recap, just rush through the games basically. Don't fuck collection. Anything.
Oh yeah, don't collect anything.
Like
unless
you need
you're
special because there's some equipment shit that you can collect too. Is that super important or it's like a
equipment's more important than other things?
Yeah, equipment actually does matter.
It'll impact the gameplay depending on what you have available to you. Like for example, you know, are you aware of who the End is?
No.
He's the old guy in the wheelchair. I don't know if you've seen him yet.
He's a bastard.
Yes.
Normally in the game, there's a boss fight you have with them, but there's a way that I found that everyone found it at some point. But there's a way that you can find the sniper earlier, and you can actually assassinate him before you have the boss fight with him, and you can kill him in like a shot.
But then you don't get into the boss fight.
Still, it's cool how you can do that.
Yeah, it's cool. There's cool ways.
So there's ways like that.
And there's
a couple. Like
and there's also one where you turn the clock forward a week.
Yeah.
And he dies of old age, which is really funny.
But I was saying more of the way how like the equipment can change your gameplay, finding certain weapons earlier, because eventually you'll find all of them one way or another.
Yeah.
So there's no too big worries of that much.
So yeah, if you see somewhere, you're like, oh, what's over there in this little nook in the side of a mountain or the side of the cliff, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where you found the sniper rifle. And it's like, oh, sweet, sniper rifle, boom, I'm good to go. But if you don't find it, it's not really a big deal.
Yeah, there's other ways around it.
You'll get them eventually.
Get it if it's there, but don't like actively seek
don't actively go out of your way. Just
you don't
kind
need
of
to fuss over
just
it.
progress forward. Just progress forward.
Because
3 is kind of a big game.
Mm-hmm. 3
does take the longest. It's a substantial game.
Especially those cutscenes too. It's got quite the lengthy ones.
It's got the
they all do.
4's got the lengthy cutscenes.
And what's with like everyone riding on horses and shit? I don't really get that. Is that like
in 3 or in general? Are you speaking?
3 and what I've saw of the new trailer.
3 is just the boss, and that's just kind of like showing how she's old school, I think, and how she's badass and can run through the jungle on a horse.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I think this is more of it's like a throwback to that in 5.
Yeah, of course. But
and it's cool seeing how it's Revolver Ocelot.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anyone's aware of this, but there's a whole theory on the internet how Revolver Ocelot is the boss's lost son. Think about it. They had like the same colored hair and stuff.
Could be. But it could also just be theories.
It could be.
Kojima's a freaking mastermind when it comes to stuff like that, so who knows?
Yeah, he is. He hides shit. And
he's just a freaking mastermind.
Dude. He's actually God.
I actually wanted to talk about this. What was the head of the Moby Dick Studios? What's his name?
Joachim Mogrim.
Have you seen the interview with him on with Jeff Keighley, Mike?
Nope.
There's an interview with him. It's a very weird how it's organized and done.
Yeah.
And there's a whole theory on the internet how Yakum, right?
It's Yakum. It's Kojima.
Yeah.
It's
a whole theory. There's a huge theory about how he was created through the Fox engine, and how he's actually like not a real person having an interview. It's like something they pre-programmed and did, which would make sense with the whole way how the interview
apparently his
was
neck
done.
looks really screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
And there's parts of his face that like you can. There's something wrong with it, but you can't really tell what.
That could be like part of the reason why there's bandages on his face.
Yeah.
Try to cover that stuff up. Because there's a huge debates on that on the internet. People are like really obsessing over that.
People debate about anything on the internet,
Well,
though.
for sure, yeah. But
Yeah,
it's an interesting theory. And with Kojima, you never know with that guy.
Yeah, Kojima's kind of all over the place. He's like, I'm gonna do one thing, and then I'm gonna pay attention over here, and I'll do something over here. And
Mike, I'm going to tell you this now. There's going to be a part in Snake Eater where you get interrogated, and after that point, save the game, turn it off, and reopen the game. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not gonna
Just
spoil
let Mike
it.
experience
It's
it.
really bizarre.
It'll show you how freaky Kojima is and how random he can be.
That game would have been dope.
It's a game he's always wanted to make.
It would
Let's
be-
not confuse Mike.
I'm
Let's
not
move
con-
on.
Yeah, I'm not going to confuse Mike.
Mike's probably thinking, like, what the fuck are these two talking about?
Is this the werewolf thing that you're talking about? Or
Nope.
is that a different thing?
No, this is different.
No werewolves here. And no sparkling vampires, hopefully. Kojima, you do that? I'm gonna cry.
Bro, did you see the new Archer?
No, I haven't. Which one?
The one with Kazakh.
Yeah, the dog.
Yeah, remember he like jumps in the back of the thing. He's like, oh look, he thinks he's vampire.
Guys, don't spoil it.
Thinks he's people.
Jared, watch it like a normal person then. Jesus.
I got obsessed over it one day and have like the most wonderful day of my life.
They're
Jared,
good 20-minute
they're like-
things before you go to bed. It's great.
Yeah, just watch
Maybe-
it one at a time.
That's what I do with
Over the
Community
course-
and Archer now. I just I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch them now.
Maybe I'll start doing that then.
And then it's like an hour. It's perfect because like it almost ends up. It's about 45 minutes for both of them, and you're like, yeah, it's a good way to spend.
Good way to spend your evening.
Kind of you wind down. You go to bed. And it's good way.
I really hope the dog's a reoccurring character,
Oh
though.
yeah,
It's Archer. Everything's
I
a
love
recurring
the dog.
character.
There's only
Not
3 episodes
everything's
left
a
though.
reoccurring character.
It's 3 episodes.
Like, I hope it's like an active reoccurring character. Like,
Yeah.
Actually,
Like Bionic Barry.
I don't know. I'm getting
Yeah.
sick of Barry.
It's because like he's like the main villain.
He's not the main villain.
Kinda.
There's no main villain on that show anymore.
Well, if there would be, it'd be him.
But anyways,
You say that, but
I say that without
Times
knowledge of
change,
season
Darren.
4. Silly Darren.
yeah.
Anyway, back to Metal Gear Solid 5.
okay.
I just want to know, starting with Mike, what you think this game. I want to hear your theories on this game.
Like, in what context?
Any context. Like, do you think that
What's your thoughts? What's your
just your final thoughts on
what
it?
you kind
Maybe.
of yeah, exactly.
Do you
I
think
think it's gonna be a really, really good cinematic story. I'm hoping the game mechanics are good. Like, I haven't played any Metal Gear Solid with like really
If it's anything
good
like 4, it's gonna be amazing.
mechanics, but it looks really cool. Like, they really were well. It was really well represented, I think, in that trailer. Like, hopefully not over-represented, and it lives up to that expectation that is set to it. But looks like it'll be pretty good. That's kind of my overall theory for it, and makes me want to play the other games. So I guess the trailer was good.
Alright, so Brock, what are your expectations / theories on this game? Your final thoughts. Your
My
final 2
expectations
cents.
of this game, if it's anything like 4, I'm gonna be happy. I'm really interested of how they're gonna like bridge all the things they showed in the trailer into like a game, cause there's like weird shit going on, and I'm pretty sure he's in a coma for. Well, he is in a coma. He's in a coma for 9 years, but like the weird shit he's seeing, I'm pretty sure that part of the game will be in his comatose
You
state.
know, you could be like waiting through the entire game for that flaming whale. You just gonna be sitting there. Is it happened yet? No.
Yeah,
Where is
I'm really unsure of what he's gonna do with the whole. I want to know how he
It's
gets
symbolic.
how he like gets into like the comatose state. Like it doesn't,
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, they did show a lot in that trailer, but they also didn't show a lot.
they're just like all this shit. It's like, oh, it's been 9 years, bro. And you're like,
Yeah,
oh,
they
shit.
replaced questions that the game had everyone had going into the trailer with more questions.
Exactly.
With very few answers.
And then there's just weird stuff happening in that trailer, and then you got all the different like reoccurring characters, and like there's just so many people that are just coming back, and you're like, I'm so glad that Kojima is alive and making Metal Gear Solid games.
I'm glad Kojima is alive. I love that man.
I love Kojima.
He's one of the best developers out there.
Oh yeah.
Best game designers and writers.
In general, he's one of the best.
For my 10 cents, I'm going to say, obviously, it's Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, yeah.
I'm totally excited to see the cinematic experience. Three things, really. I'm curious to see where they're going to go with that possible other character at the beginning of that trailer.
I'm very interested with
I'm
that.
wondering if that's going to be possibly Solid Snake or Liquid Snake. Maybe Solidius Snake. Who knows?
It might be
Who knows? And maybe it's going to be someone new. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe it's going to be Gray Fox. Who knows?
I don't think it's going to be Snake, though.
Maybe. Who knows?
If it's 9 years after Peace Walker, I'm pretty sure I was reading that Snake, like Solid Snake...
He would have already been born.
No, but he would only be 11 years old.
Yeah. But he might be, like, accelerated aging, though.
True.
That's when it all started.
Nanomachines. That's all you gotta do.
Nanomachines, son.
Nanomachines, son. Metal Gear Revenge joke. My other thing is, I'm curious to see who XOF is. Because in the trailer several times it shows XOF and it's Fox versus XOF. I was super
confused. I was like, is it just the Fox Battalion backwards?
Well, yeah, that's what it is.
But it's like some organization who's completely against Fox and Big Boss.
Yeah, I got that, but he was like holding like the patches, right? So I'm like, is it just like the patterns just mirrored because it's the back of the patch, or is
it's definitely XOF.
Like
there's two opposing forces.
Yeah, when you look at like the helicopter, when they scan out the...
It says XOF.
Yeah, it says XOF, not Fox.
So it's obviously going to have something to do with like Big Boss and the Patriots and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
and
Cypher and whatnot. Cypher you're not familiar with, it's in Peace Walker.
Yeah, I need to play Peace Walker.
My last thing, though, is my one concern is I'm curious to see how much it'll add to the overall story and mythos of Metal Gear Solid. Like, is it unnecessary filler? Is it going to be, like, really meaningful content that might impact what you see in the other games?
Yeah.
Because when you look at 3, that changed how you look at a lot of characters. When you look at Peace Walker, it also changes that. So I'm curious if this game will have that sort of same story impact on the rest of the series. Knowing Kojima, probably, but hey.
Yeah, because I want to see, like, you know how, like, Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2, like, the NES ones?
Yeah.
Those are actually part of the timeline.
Oh, yeah.
They're canon. I want to see how that will...
How it ties in.
How it ties in. Like, how does Big Boss go from what he is now to, like... it's hard to... Almost like a tyrannical...
Like a villain.
Like a villain, exactly. And that necessarily hasn't happened yet. I don't know if that happens in Peace Walker. Does it? Does he?
There's hints.
There's kind of hints, like, yeah, he's becoming like a complete like he's a mercenary.
Yeah.
But he's still trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, he's not as heroic as he was in 3.
No.
But he's still a hero.
Yeah, he's doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
He's like, oh shit, the Cubans got missiles or something, and
He's trying to prevent another.
Exactly.
Cold War
He's trying to prevent the Cold War. He's trying to prevent, like, you know, nuclear war and shit.
Yeah.
So that's all down and good. But I want to see how he goes.
Down with the peace, man.
I want to see how he goes from that to a full blown, like, villain as he is in, like, Metal Gear 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. I find that, like, really cool.
The descent to that is always interesting to me.
So I think that's what this game is going to be. Hopefully, maybe some of it, a little bit near the end. I don't know.
Do you think there's going to be a Metal Gear Solid 6?
Kojima will say there's not going to be. But I'm going to call it right now. Definitely. Metal Gear Solid 6. No doubt. No doubt about it in my mind. Kojima, people will be like, I want Metal Gear Solid 6. And you'll be like, it's like, I'm not doing any more Metal Gear Solid, you guys. And then the company will be like, okay, we'll start working on it. Don't worry about it. Kojima will be back.
Then he'll see it and be like, no, I have to do this. He's like,
oh, God, you guys are fucking it up. I need to... Okay, I'm coming back. You guys
That's
are
so
stupid.
true.
I'm done. I'm done again. This is my last game. Metal Gear Solid 6. And then he's like, okay, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker 2.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't care. He can make as many sequels as he wants. As long as they're the quality of 4, I'm happy. Like, that's like a pinnacle of, like, Kojima's career, pretty much. It's
Peace
like,
Walker, I'd say, pretty much stands right along 4, but for different reasons.
Yeah, it's like different in, like, cinematic, like, point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Metal Gear Solid 4 is more cinematic when, like,
there's more
Peace Walker's
gameplay
more
in
of like
Peace
there's more gameplay, but it's also like more it's got that comic book kind of deal, which is really cool, by the way.
My deal with Peace Walker is near the end of the game they actually use the in-game engine to do cutscenes, and it makes you wonder why not just use this for the whole game.
They don't use the things for the entire game.
very, very, very end of the game, all the cutscenes are in like real time. It's really weird, and they look good too, which makes you wonder. Probably due to like size constraints, but still, it's a wonder.
Those just like those comics are just amazing.
Yeah, they're really beautifully drawn.
They're beautifully drawn.
Metal Gear Solid has always had
they're
a
really
cool,
animated really well. And
there's always been that cool art style Metal Gear Solid has. Like when you look at the art books and all that, it's always had like a distinct style like that.
Always. That art style is really cool.
Hell, the box arts are quite crazy.
Yeah, like I have the collection edition for Peace Walker, and it's at one point in the middle, it's just like almost every cutscene, like all the art for all like those comic cutscenes.
You know what I wish I owned?
What?
The Metal Gear Solid 4 collector's edition, because doesn't it come with a DVD or Blu-ray?
Probably.
Of the cutscenes, just on a disc?
That'd be pretty amazing.
I know there is one for 3. There's one for 3 where all the cutscenes have been cut into like this one continuous like thing, but it's like super rare.
That's what they're doing with freaking Kingdom Hearts 1.5.
Are they?
It's for the DS game. It's all the cutscenes in HD as a movie.
That's pretty cool.
And it's like 3 hours long.
Yeah, I think that's how they should.
Don't act surprised. Those cutscenes are like almost like Kingdom Hearts has a lot in common with Metal Gear Solid in terms of how convoluted it can get and how long those cutscenes can go for.
Yeah,
well, they're both Japanese developers too, so that's something they like.
As long as they keep up the quality cutscenes.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts definitely doesn't have every cutscene as quality.
Let's talk about the villain. Let's talk about the villain of 5. Or
that possible villain?
Possible villain. He's definitely a villain. He looks like goddamn Red Skull without the red skull.
We'll call him Black Skull. No racism.
He looks ridiculous.
Peace to my black brothers. Unless Alex already scared away that demographic.
Oh no, I think we've recovered that demographic.
At this point, they're back. They're listening.
All one of them out of like the 35 people that have watched our first video.
Hey guys, enjoy the content. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
You guys are cool. You get a thumbs up from me.
You have been validated by random people on the internet.
Well,
feel good about yourself.
Call you Eric.
Eric has only been on this once, and who knows if he'll actually be on this again.
Yeah.
I'm liking Mike better than Eric.
Yeah, remember when they talked about Hotline Miami for like an hour?
Yeah. It was a good game though, but I don't. I can't justify an hour.
I'm not a fan of Hotline Miami.
So I think that kind of tones down. Like I think that's all we really have to say about Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah, I think so.
Looks cool. Excited.
Go buy the Metal Gear Solid Collection HD. Don't support Konami. Support Kojima.
Don't go buy from GameStop.
Buy from Best Buy then.
They'll peddle you. They'll peddle you to buy the used version. Therefore, no profits go to Konami.
Buy it new. Buy it for Kojima.
Buy it for Kojima.
Buy it for your god.
Exactly. He's the voice of God, by the way.
In the credits of one of the games, Mike, it says voice of God, Hideo Kojima.
And he actually does voice God in one part of the game.
Yeah.
There's like some voice that's talking to you. And it's
in Peace Walker, you can recruit Kojima.
That is amazing.
And he has the best stats in the game. He has there's like 4 major areas of stats for your troops, and Kojima has like 3 of them maxed out. So you can put him in any of those 3 fields.
That's amazing.
And then there's one cutscene where Miller talks to you on the radio and he's like, Kojima is God, Snake. And Snake's like, Miller, what are you talking about? It's just like the most like fourth wall breaking thing that they've ever talked about.
Yeah, they haven't really broke 4.
Yeah, they have. 4. They totally have in so many times in 4. But they're all wonderful. Anyway, I just want to talk about other big news that's happening, namely a certain game that's going to it gets my first 12 out of 10 on the hype scale. You know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about,
Luigi's
Mike?
Mansion Dark Moon.
Not quite.
Damn it. Thought I was right this time.
Mike, what do you think I'm talking about?
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Shut your face, Brock. I want Mike's opinion.
Damn it.
Puzzle Quest? Is it Puzzle Quest?
Dude, I love Puzzle Quest. Puzzle Quest is the shit, by the way.
Damn you.
Yeah, exactly.
Glad to see we're on the same wavelength.
Donkey Kong 64.
Fuck that game.
Dude, Darren played, 5 minutes? Played the tutorial.
Solid 2 minutes.
He couldn't grab onto the vines, and he threw the controller down the ground. I was like, I'm done! And he turned the game off.
Donkey Kong 64 was great.
Great for the 90s.
I had the banana controller for it for the N64. It looked like a banana bunch. It was sick.
Yeah, Mike knows where it's at.
Nostalgia overrides memories. Anyway, I was talking about Bioshock Infinite. obviously.
Oh, that was obvious, but
12 out of 10.
I recently started playing Bastion. Bastion's pretty fun.
That is a great indie game.
Oh
Indie
God.
game.
Oh Jesus.
What?
The indie thing's back.
I'm not the indie guy. Don't give me that
Mike's
look.
bringing up indie games.
Don't be the indie guy, Mike.
Don't. Yeah,
I'm not really indie. I'm more
good.
underground beta shit that nobody.
Hell yeah, Scrolls is coming out soon.
That actually looks quite disappointing. When I actually saw gameplay for it, I'm like, wow, I was expecting it to be like way cooler and better than this.
What game?
Scrolls.
It's
Notch's other game.
It's not.
Well, it's
Notch.
not Notch. It's his
not
company.
Notch. It's
Mojang.
can't
Some
remember
other
his name.
dude.
It's the other dude who
did
is part of
Minecraft as well.
Yeah.
So it's technically not Notch's game.
I haven't seen gameplay. Notch's new game is 10 times
0 times 10 or something.
To the power
Now
of
stop
C.
talking about indie games.
This isn't indie.
Have you seen it?
Mojang is not indie anymore. No way. They're not even considered indie. Do you understand how many copies of Minecraft they've sold?
Like 5?
I don't even care. That's not an indie game. It's not.
Do they have their own con now?
Yeah, they have Minecon. This is the second year they've done it.
Ridiculous. That's like having like a BlizzCon. Who do they think they are?
Dude, I want to go to BlizzCon this year.
You want to go every year. Don't lie to yourself.
I do. I do want to go every year because I love Blizzard. Blizzard, their games just make me feel good.
It's like drugs. Blizzard, give me more.
I do. I want more StarCraft. The amount of happiness I felt when I was playing their games. I just feel good.
Hey Brock, how relevant are Golden Keys late game in BioShock 2? I'm Borderlands 2.
Not at all.
Okay, cool.
Actually, no. Keep them because of the new level cap increase.
Yeah. Did you get like I don't know who posted it, but after the press conference, they released codes or whatever, and it gives you like 3 golden keys for it.
They do
for,
those.
like,
They do those all the time. What do you call it? Randy Pitchford gives out 5 keys like every couple days. It's ridiculous. It's like, oh, my game won another game of the year or something or other, and he's like, oh, 5 golden keys for everyone. And you're like, okay.
I'm
So
a
yeah,
prospect.
stop using
5
them.
golden
Wait till you're
keys.
level 61. The DLC
Okay.
comes out next week. Not this one. Comes out on the Tuesday. April 2nd.
I actually don't know what the DLC's about.
What, the level cap increase?
Is it just a level crap increase?
It's a level cap increase plus Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, which is like a 3rd playthrough.
Hey,
With every enemy scaling up to level 61. Or scaling
Nice.
through level 51 to 61. So, that's awesome because I love Borderlands 2, and it's like easily best game of the year of 2013.
Borderlands 2 is my god.
Borderlands 2
That's
was my god
basically
for like a month.
Kojima will always be your god, though. You just don't know.
He's
it
one
yet.
of my gods. I have multiple gods.
I want Kojima to build like a rapture.
There's like a whole pantheon. It's pretty
Pantheon
cool.
of gods, just Kojima, Gabe
Right,
Newell.
right there by Zeus.
No, Zeus isn't part of it.
Fuck
Zeus
Zeus,
is
what has
dead.
Zeus ever
Dan.
done for you?
Zeus is
All about,
murdered
Odin
brutally.
And his.
But anyways,
progeny.
we're going way off topic here. What were we talking about? News?
I was just going to talk about BioShock Infinite.
Yeah.
And say, because we're all going to play at some point this week.
Just
I'm
download
probably
it.
not going to play this week.
You
But
probably will.
No.
Don't lie
I'm
to me.
gonna play it
I gotta
tonight.
beat Mass Effect 3 again.
Brock.
I'm opening
Brock,
that wound.
It's gonna be on your computer and be like
I've
try
opened
this.
the... No, Darren, I'm not like you. I'm not like you or Alex or anyone. I play one game until it's done. Then I move on to
unless
the
it
next
pisses
one.
you off.
No, that's different. Mass Effect 3 doesn't piss me off till the very end, so I'll make it through the entire game, get to the end, be really pissed off, and then I'll go play BioShock and make me feel better.
Yeah, probably.
There you go.
Yeah. I kind of want to get around to playing Mass Effect 3. I haven't touched it yet.
I don't know. It's a box of snakes that might strangle you.
The DLC
Like,
is really good.
I'm already like prepared for how bad it's gonna be, and I think that might soften the blow just a
No.
bit.
It can't soften the blow.
I don't know. Mass Effect's an intimate experience, and it'll always affect you. It'll always shake you.
Okay.
It
Well,
will.
I don't know.
You need to
Going
experience it
into
though,
I just
because
have like the absolute lowest standards for Mass Effect 3 because I just heard nothing but bad things.
So you're not aware of what the ending is?
I know it involves colors in 3 of them.
you're good. You already got it. There's one more ending now too. There's like 4 endings, and
That is the ending in a nutshell.
then there's one where you go tell the Godchild to go fuck himself, and then that's...
And then everyone dies. The end of the world.
I guess that would be the bad ending.
I don't know. Saves you from the other endings.
What is a bad ending among bad endings?
Yeah.
Good point. Fair point.
I think it's actually like the most like real ending that Shepard would ever go with.
It's the one that's, in a sense, the most satisfying.
It makes the most sense for Shepard to do.
It leaves room for more Mass Effect games. Civilization.
Don't do it.
But yeah, no, the
They will
DLC.
do
I
it.
played through the
They
DLC
will.
recently, and it's really good. I enjoyed it. I'm having a good time. I haven't wanted to kill anyone yet.
So,
If I come to school one day, Darren, and I'm just going all slasher flick on you, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna stab you a couple times.
Holy shit! I gotta do the thing where you played Mass Effect. I saw this actually on Kotaku. Thomas showed me it. You just play as your archer, basically.
That could be really funny.
that would be great.
I'm downloading Mass Effect 1 again just to do this.
Dude, you need to build your character to look like Obama.
Make it look like
It's
Archer.
hilarious. Have you ever seen that?
Yes, I have. I've seen O Bomb Shep.
Obama Shep. It's glorious.
Barack Shepard.
Barack Shep.
Barack Shep. I like this. Got a nice ring to it.
Yeah, very nice, right?
Obombird.
Obama?
Bombird. Barackard.
Okay, you can stop now.
Yeah, I'll stop.
Yeah.
It's hurting my brain.
Have you guys played Mark of the Ninja?
I own it on Steam. I've only played like an hour or two.
No, I've never
It's
played it.
really good.
It's pretty cool, but I just haven't had time. Then BioShock Infinite came out.
Just like you haven't had time for Ni no Kune.
Don't even start me on that game. That's like the most ultimate guilt trip thing ever. Is that I have that game, I played an hour of it and loved it, and I have not been able to play it. I wish.
Alright, well, I think maybe we should go into our segment of what have you been playing?
Oh shit, we forgot about that.
Well, we started off really strong with the Metal Gear Solid thing. And
Start off strong.
Well,
Fine.
not
No, no, no,
Strong like an
See what I mean?
ox.
We are inconsistent.
I know we're
A
inconsistent.
tad on the inconvenient side.
Yeah, it's a little bit inconvenient because
Alright, so
Who knows when
let's
this
start with our guest here. Mike, normally what we do on this podcast is we go around, we find out what we've been playing this week.
well, usually we start with Alex so we get this indie bullshit out of the way, and then
Alex's super long list.
and then and he's always playing what
Phoenix Wright
and Picross.
and Sudoku? he
Picross.
says? Yeah, Picross.
It's Picross.
Anyway, Mike, what you been playing
I
this
swear
week?
to God, Mike, if you say Picross or Phoenix Wright, I will kill you.
I played Phoenix Wright when I was like 15.
Good.
Just
Good
never
job.
again.
Good job. That's all I need to hear.
Okay, what I've been playing recently, I played a bunch of Dota 2 with my buddy because I haven't seen him in a while. Started recently playing Bastion. I'm liking that. It's got a really nice vibe to it. If you haven't played it, or
I've played like the
probably played
first
it.
or second level of it because it was on like the Chrome store or something you played in your browser, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll play the first level, and it was pretty interesting.
I beat
Yeah,
that
you
game.
hit
Definitely.
like this point, and then everything kind of like the story kind of critical masses, and you just want to go with it. Basically,
Mhm.
I find
It's a feel-good game. I like it. I've completed it. It's a good game. Well
it's
worth
really
the money.
story driven though, so you got to get in that story. Basically, the
Yeah.
gameplay is decent, and it really complements the story.
Mhm.
I also been touching Borderlands 2 again because I was like, I want to level up my Necromancer a bit because I have like fucking a bunch of like level 20 and 15 characters. I'm like, I don't want to level up my soldier, or I can't level up my soldier. I just don't want to gear grind right now. So I'm like, bleh.
Yeah, you might as well just love your Necromancer because Necromancer is like overpowered.
Yeah, that's what you told me. So I'm like, just do this. And
Anarchy
I've been doing
stacks,
that.
man, that shit just breaks the game.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
every class breaks the game except Siren right now. Really.
Yeah, I actually really like Siren in
I
Borderlands 1.
love the Siren. It's like the only class I ever play in those.
When you get like the Hellcat machine guns, or submachine guns, and you just have so much fire proc, it's retarded.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That shit, you just melt people. It's
Yeah, I
awesome.
remember I used to run the what do you call it, the B as well as the I farmed the gun off the warrior for the shotgun. The conference call. Oh my
Yeah.
god, everything just died. And then they nerfed the B shield into the ground. Still kind of worth using.
What does the B shield do actually?
It adds amp damage to every one of your bullets. And it doesn't have any amp drain after every shot, so it's always max damage on each bullet. And the conference call is a shotgun where the pellets break in individual pellets and then more pellets. So it's a shit ton of pellets, and they're just all have amp damage on them, and it just rapes people. But
and then if you did that with Anarchy stacks on a Mech
if you did it with the but the B shield isn't quite as powerful anymore because they nerfed it because they're bastards. But it made the game look way too easy. But like stuff is like now impossible to like do like 2-man like the raid bosses, which we were doing. But yeah, because everyone else is too lazy to play Borderlands to get to 50. Bastards.
Don't look at me.
It doesn't actually take that long.
I know it doesn't take that long.
Don't look at me.
I didn't look at you at all.
I got Nino Kuni glaring at me in the corner. Here's me sitting at my desk. I'm kind of like, playing Bioshock. All of a sudden, I turn my head. A little boy just sitting in the corner staring at me with the sad eyes. I'm like, oh dear Lord. Nino Kuni, I'm sorry.
What have you done?
Why do you have little boys in your room? What the fuck, Darren?
That's not the concern. The concern is I haven't been playing Nino Kuni.
You haven't been playing the little boy.
I haven't been playing my little boy Nino Kuni. That's the depressing part. Oh god, the police are here.
Alright, anyway, so Borderlands 2, anything else?
Not really.
Hey, that's good. 3 games, that's enough. You have done this in so much shorter time than Alex. It's incredible. Alex normally soaks up like 10 minutes and it gets painful.
Oh, StarCraft 2 also. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Alright, Brock, what about you?
As I said before, about 10 minutes ago, probably less than 10 minutes ago, I said Mass Effect 3.
Yep.
I'm playing that. Going hard to the paint. I've already played like 15 hours in the past like 2 days. So, yeah, I'm pretty amped on it right now. Like, I'm having a really good time. Everything's going good. I'm about to do the mission where Morden dies, and I'm probably going to cry.
Probably.
I'm not going to lie. That is like the saddest moment in that game.
Spoilers!
Come on.
Come on,
Mike.
It's been like 3 years, dude. Come on.
No, it's okay. I didn't actually hear what you said, so just
Oh, okay, yeah, don't listen to this
cool.
podcast then afterwards.
Don't ever listen to this again. You're never allowed to hear your own moment on the internet.
Yeah.
Ever.
But yeah, no. Other than that, I've been playing a bit of... That was about it, actually.
Yeah, alright.
I usually play one game and just I stick
But hey,
with
you're
it.
dedicated. Casually.
Yeah, because I'm
dedicated.
casual. I'm dedicated casually.
Yep.
Even though I'm playing Mass Effect on Insanity and
Yeah.
grenades hitting my head and one bullet kills you pretty much.
Tad ironic, maybe. Perhaps.
Just a little bit.
Well, ever since I picked up Castlevania, Lords of Shadow, Mirrors of Fate, and the 3DS, I've been neglecting it. I've gone through and played other DS Castlevanias.
That's messed up.
I recently beat Portrait of Ruin, which I never beaten before, and it's really enjoyable, really good.
Oh, you beat
Recommend
that
it.
already.
I started it like
You
3
literally
days
started
ago.
that. Yeah, I remember talking on Monday. You're like, yeah, I'm playing you Portrait of Ruin instead of playing the other DS game. I'm like, okay.
It's actually really good. It's like surprisingly
That was
good.
like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Well, was the one for like the fucking PS2, and you had like there was like a pet system of some sort or whatever. I don't fucking remember.
Probably Curse of Darkness or Lamnet of Innocence.
All I remember is you just got like a giant rabbit Goliath at some point,
Probably Curse of Darkness, I'm thinking.
and it was sick.
That sounds really weird.
That's a game I want to play, but it's like really hard to track down these days for PS2. There's 2 Castlevanias for PS2. Anyway, I've also been playing, which I got with my pre-order of Bioshock Infinite, XCOM.
Enemy Unknown.
Yep. And I've been playing on Iron Man, and kind of regretting it a little bit because it's painful to lose people. I underestimated that game. I was going through because I'm
You're like,
not
oh,
gonna-
this is
I don't
fun.
mean to break.
Have you seen Protein do XCOM? It's so fucking funny.
I haven't seen it. I want to watch it after this. But I consider myself somewhat of an expert on strategy games. I've played quite a few turn-based strategy games. So I was destroying the first bit. I'm like, oh, this game's nothing.
Oh, yeah, no, the first couple levels are tutorial.
No. I'm talking about like just before the Hong Kong mission.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, then Hong Kong hits and you're like, what the
Hong Kong hits, and I lost a lot of good people. Mike, something I need to tell you. Are you ready for this?
Do it.
You're dead.
You put me in a game and killed me?
I'm sorry, Mike.
I'm still
What?
alive.
Mike
Who does that?
Mike Casino Hoffer. I'm sorry.
Why was my middle name Casino?
Here's your nickname.
The squad mates give your character nicknames depending on like just random.
My
shit.
casino wasn't very lucky, obviously. It's like the house always win or some
Maybe
shit.
maybe it's
This is the
ironic.
best part of my life, Darren.
All I know is it's like one of the saddest moments because you're like my earliest trooper. He's like the veteran from the first mission, ended up becoming Mike because he kind of looked like Mike.
Well, you can customize them.
Yeah, but
I didn't really
it's
spend,
easiest for me.
Yeah, when I played XCOM,
All you
I
gotta
didn't
do
really,
is iterate it and put a second beside it.
It's not the same.
It's not. You can't do that. It's cheating.
I could, but it's not the same.
Don't do it. It ruins it.
It ruins the immersion.
You need to know
anyway,
that you let Mike die.
I actually took a break from it just because I lost like two I lost like my other two like really vital men to my squad, and Alex died brutally, but he kind of sucked in the game. He couldn't hit the wide side of a barn.
Broad side of a barn.
Wide.
It's broad.
I'm saying he couldn't hit the wide side of a barn though.
I wish I had pre-ordered and gotten XCOM.
Yeah, and you also get BioShock 1, and you get like Team Fortress 2 hats. So
I love hats.
Cool. That's cool. I could trade hats.
I pre-ordered XCOM. I think I got XCOM stuff for TF2.
Yeah, and also, if you haven't guessed, I've been playing some Infinite. I'm 8 hours in.
Infinity? The game by Disney?
No, it's not out yet.
Thought you had access to it, man.
Skylander's close enough. That's all I need. Yeah, but BioShock Infinite is definitely excellent game.
12 out of 10?
Don't know if it quite lives up to that. It's probably more like 11.5. Maybe if I'm generous, like a 0.6 or 7.
You're ruining the Metascore!
The Metascore is at 13 right now, Darren. It's got 130 out of 100. God. Yeah, but from what I've played...
Well, it seems to have their infinite boners.
Yeah. From what I've played, it is excellent. And I've been playing through in the hard difficulty. I recommend, Mike, that you play through in hard.
Darren, this is me we're talking about.
Hardened Mike, right.
I bleed difficulty.
Don't be a pussy.
Because I'm really curious to see how the game would play on normal, because the hard isn't that bad.
Dude, don't play games on normal.
I like to do it after, just to see the difference. Not necessarily complete a playthrough, but just to compare.
If you don't go hard to the paint, you're casual.
Metal Gear Solid, good luck on the harder difficulties.
That's different.
That's just insanity.
No, that's not insanity. That's
how I started Metal Gear Solid 3. I was like, no.
What, you went on European Extreme? Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's not even funny.
Dude, that's
just
I
cruel.
realized this
I don't even think
later.
that's European. That'd be like Japanese Extreme, pretty much. Like, the only person who could ever do that would be... Like,
it's Kojima.
Yeah, Kojima.
Kojima's the only person to beat it. Not a European Extreme.
I don't even know why they call it European Extreme.
It's designed for Europeans? It's an alliteration that works with Extreme? Maybe?
It's extreme for Europeans, but not for Asians. It's just about normal.
It's just casual. It's casual for them. Light investment.
Casual gamer.
It's like the frickin' Witcher 2's hell mode. Just like, yeah, if you die, your save file's gone.
It's hardcore.
No, it's hell mode.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Witcher 2 I'm talking about.
Everything else is called hardcore when you do games.
I have The Witcher 2. I haven't played it yet.
Do it. Totally recommend it. I need to play through that game again because I lost all my save data.
What's Witcher 2?
Do you get sexy trading cards still?
You get more sex and more gratuitous sex. You get Game of Thrones sex.
But do you get cards afterwards, Darren?
Dude, the first Witcher sucks ass.
Yeah, but
It's
I actually liked it. No,
I like the story and all that, but the gameplay is like pretty
bad.
redundant.
I don't remember much about the gameplay.
It is the weirdest combat system I've seen.
There's some weird clicking.
No, it's like timed presses.
Yeah.
Have you guys read the books at all or no?
No, I wanted to after playing The Witcher 2 because I
read
Witcher
both
2.
the books, so that's maybe why I enjoyed it a little bit more.
Witcher 2 you're gonna love then because it references the books.
Is there a third book? I don't know how many books are in the Witcher.
I don't know, but there's going to be a third Witcher game in 2014, and it's going to be amazing.
And they're also working on Cyberpunk 2077.
The books are really good.
I'm definitely going to check out the books though, because The Witcher 2 was easily one of my favorite games of all time.
I actually have the books if you want to borrow them, or the first
Sick. Next time we meet up, I'm borrowing them, no matter what.
You're ruining the illusion of him being here.
Wait, he's not in this room?
I am everywhere! I am omnipotent.
He's up there in the Pavilion of Gods.
Oh, of course.
No, I'm talking about like a smaller scale.
Smaller scale.
It's just a pavilion on Earth.
Oh.
That's where Kojima sits high and king and supreme.
What, in his, like, small pavilion?
Who says it's a small pavilion?
You said it was a small pavilion.
Yeah, you just did.
Kojima gets his own pavilion within the pavilion. There. Done.
No, that'd be a really small pavilion. Like,
unless it's a
smaller pavilion.
Fine, it's a bigger pavilion.
Is it a pavilion on a separate plane of existence?
Yes.
Located within the same space, but not
phased
into reality?
Sure, let's just leave it at that.
This is ridiculous.
It involves Metal Gears to get through.
Nanomachines.
And nanomachines. Nanomachines, son! And speaking of that, because I think we're kind of getting ready to wind down. We've been talking for a while. My throat's getting a little sore.
You're a bitch.
Maybe let's go to break. Maybe.
Stop taking so many dicks, Darren. Okay.
Oh, man.
Sorry, there's 36 people out there to please. 34.
34.
Maybe. 36. I don't know where that number came from. Anyway, I just want to give a shout out to my own channel that's going to be starting soon.
You're a slut.
Hey, I gotta plug myself.
You're a plug.
Check out the Gaming Pilgrimage on YouTube, where I start with a friend of mine. I'm going to start my co-op playthrough of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
Metal Gear what?
Rising Revengeance.
Metal Gear, huh?
Rising Revengeance.
I don't...
Rising Revengeance.
I thought you already beat that game.
I'm going to beat it again for the viewing pleasure of the internet.
On European Extreme.
This doesn't even count, bro.
On the hardest
It sounds
difficulty. With friends. Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there, because I'm going to be recording this week.
Nice.
So that's going to be cool. And I might be able to do it in one sitting. Maybe. I've beaten the game once.
It's pretty
Good
short.
game. You should play all the Metal Gear Solid games right now. Stop listening. Go run to your stores.
Literally, go pause this video or podcast or whatever the hell you want to call it. Just pause it, run to your local store, pick up the HD collection, play through 2, 3, well, shit. You know what? Go pick up a PlayStation 1. Go buy the original game. Play 1, 2, 3.
Wait.
Then get 4.
Here's what you do. I'm gonna give you the correct order of this. If you don't have a PS3, purchase a PS3. They're cheap now.
They're like $99 probably,
Yeah.
right?
Then, what you're going to do is, you're going to buy the HD collection. Then, you're going to buy 4. Then, you're going to plug in that PS3. You're going to download all those updates and wait about a couple hours. Maybe make yourself some tea. Do something pleasant. Then, you're going to sign the PlayStation Network. You're going to download Metal Gear Solid 1 for $6.
Oh, $6.
Yep.
Shit.
Then, after you play through that, you're going to play through the HD collection. And you're going to play through 4. Then you're going to run to your store and buy Revengeance, and then you're going to sit there, and hopefully 5 will be out by then. Probably not.
So total of like,
Is it
$300?
better to play through the order of release or chronologically in the storyline?
I'd say chronologically works too. It's not a bad way to play through it. I'd say the order of release is the safest way to go.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend order of release. That's how I did it.
I could see chronological working though. Hell, I did it backwards and I still
chronology
liked it.
would work because then you would get used to the whole Soliton Raider not being there in 3.
Yeah.
Because that was a really big turning point for me. Like it got really kind of confusing because like you get a radar in 1 and 2, right? And it's very, very specific on how it works. And then in 3, you kind of get a radar, but not really. It's like a very early prototype of the Soliton Raider or something like that, or it's not invented yet.
Peace Walker, you invent the Soliton Radar.
Exactly.
That is glorious.
Yeah,
when you
the
get
Soliton
it.
Radar is like the best thing on the face of the planet, and it's amazing.
When you invent it in Peace Walker, it's like the most awesome
if
thing.
you're gonna play it, I would recommend.
Oh shit! Oh, never mind. You're gonna have Peace Walker available through the collection. I was about to freak out because I thought I
No, on Vita.
Don't we? Shh. Don't play the collection on Vita.
Yeah, don't play the collection on Vita.
Don't do it. It's not really HD. It's not the same. No, it's toned down
Well,
it is toned down, but
considerably.
the resolution.
It's kind of more accessible that way, though.
Yeah, for the 100 people out there who have a Vita.
Yeah, true.
I'd say it's easier to get PS3 because that way you can play through all of them.
Yeah, but just for students and shit, man. Like, I play that shit on the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you can't play through Peace Walker unless you
buy it separately for $20.
Yeah, which would be stupid.
It's a bit silly, yes.
Paying $20 for a game when you can get them all for like what, 30?
Maybe even cheaper now.
Who knows? Yeah, it's insanely cheap, and there'd be no reason not to buy the HD collection at this point.
One of the best values you can get right now, I'd say, is that HD collection on PS3 or 360.
Yeah, I don't know.
Depending on your console gaming preference.
Ew.
360, that's gross. It's bad.
Yeah, the PS3 kind of won this generation.
Come at me, 360 fanboys. We'll fight. We'll scrap, and then we'll have a drink over it.
I will give it. It's got a better controller and it's got a better online.
Sounds like a saucy afternoon, Darren.
It's always a saucy afternoon over here. I got 34 people I need to keep happy.
Dude, you're probably one of those 34 people.
I'm probably 2 of those 34 people. Maybe more.
Probably all of them. It's just Darren sitting at home listening to podcasts on
I'm
repeat.
so successful on the internet. Does it work like that?
What?
Does it work like that if I watch it multiple times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you'd have to watch it.
A lot.
Yeah.
Well, viewer 100's gonna come up soon. Excuse me, boys. I gotta go watch a certain video on YouTube. You should watch if you haven't.
The pilot episode?
The pilot. The clusterfuck.
No, the first episode's not that bad. It's the episodes in between that may or may not air ever.
Yeah, they're questionable in quality.
Some of them are good though.
Got nuggets of gold there.
There's like an hour of each of them that are like solid, and then it just starts rambling. Like we're doing now. We're pretty much rambling. We're probably at like the 1 hour mark right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're at the point of rambling.
And I think we're at the point where we need to say goodnight. And Darren needs to go play more Bioshock.
Yeah, we actually need to do a proper ending. Because we've stopped doing that at this point. We're like, yeah, we're going to take a break. And then we never come back.
Infinite break.
Bioshock Infinite break.
That's right. Everybody, let's just take a break and play Bioshock Infinite. Okay?
And then come back
Everyone's
in about
okay at that?
9 hours approximately.
Everyone's okay at that? Alright. Thanks, Internet. And thank you, Mike, for guest starring on this episode of Insert Podcast here.
No problem.
We appreciate it. I think we'll have to have you on the show more often. Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and those wondering, Alex isn't here.
Because he's a dick.
That's why you haven't heard his idiotic rants about nothing.
Because he's a dick.
And a dumb idiot. Silly face. Alright, thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.